Konosuke Midoriya is my favorite character of all time, but it's not just his character. His themes of heroism, self-sacrifice, and many other things all come together to create a character I absolutely adore. But I also love his character design, and the evolution of his costume. I genuinely think his suit is one of the best costume designs I've ever seen. I could make a whole other video going over how his costume is just perfection. Peak character design. But now we're in the final battle in the manga. Things are coming to an end. We're just coming out of the Dark Hero arc for Deku, one of the best story arcs in the show, and a great one overall. It took Deku's character and his design into a very dark place. Now, after taking a nice little needed nap, Deku is now ready for his rematch. Before a little plot twist with the Moon Lord, he angrily goes to Hatame with a new super suit. Now, he doesn't get it right away, and I just wanted to say right here, he has his gym uniform during the UA Trader arc, and I for real thought Deku was gonna pull up to the final battle of the entire show in his lame gym uniform, but thankfully, the final war arc starts, and he isn't wearing it. But wait a minute, this isn't his usual costume. The lines aren't black. And what are these new sleeves? Combined with the mid-gauntlets? And so it begins. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a bit of an artist. So, using the vector brushes for the first time, I made a manga coloring of this new suit. I always liked Deku in more of a blue color. I made it kind of a homage to the gym uniform, the white being consistent throughout the suit. On the sleeve cuffs, the lining just being an indent, casting a shadow. This wasn't just me. This was pretty consistent across the fandom, though there were a few weirdos who thought the lining was red. I drew more and more colorings when more chapters came out. The dark blue, white lining. Everything was right in the world. An innocent beginning. Until the cover for chapter 348 came out. Finally, we get a look at this new suit colored. Huh? What? That's weird. The lining here is a lot darker than the rest of the white on the suit, and the color also matches the indent on the sleeve. And also, the base suit is way darker, almost black. Maybe it's just the lighting. I thought nothing of it. Maybe it was just the lighting. I kept coloring, but I doubted myself. Was I doing the right colors? I always try to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? Would I have to redo all of the colorings? And then, it happened. Volume 35 came out and... wait. Is that... hold on. Is that yellow?
Whoa, what the heck?
Yellow? Really? This completely throws off the color balance of the palette used with Deku. Alright, we have the official page going over the suit. Cool new knee pads and a belt bag. Dark green, almost black with gold accents. It was also given its name, Costume Zeta. I always liked that name. It's described as thrown together in a short amount of time by Hatsume. It represents all of Deku's attributes in one. I guess I kind of like that, but it doesn't excuse the color palette. I ignored it. I didn't want to believe Deku's new suit has yellow, the lamest color, as its secondary color. So I colored more manga, with the colors I gave it, more and more. I tried my best to imagine the colors on this new suit, but there was so much going on that I just couldn't comprehend it. Horikoshi finally gave us a good look at the new suit in this cover, and it actually doesn't look that bad. Spoiler alert, this is by far my favorite look of it. The dark green almost black really fits here. It's not very saturated, making it look, well, almost black. Though Deku is a bit in the shadows here, we don't get to see his actual colors. But the gold here matches the yellow on the Air Force gloves, and the rest of the yellow in the suit. I always thought these parts were gold, so I'm glad to see it's basically confirmed here. We'll get back to this part later. And the sleeve indent is gold too? I actually like that. And wow, I really like that the knee pads are red now. Really like how it gives something for Deku's leg braces to do. Always thought they were kind of plain. But remember how they're red here. That's very important. So, I finally did it. I took this poor soul's tracing of the original sketch and traced my own to make the colors more accurate. This was before the Dark Hero arc, but I still took the colors from the actual anime. Same skin tone, same hair color, same cream color for everything. The manga cover colors are usually more stylistic, so they look better than the actual anime. So I took inspiration from All Might's hard shading and made the dark green almost black, black with green highlights. I came across the same problem as the cover before, putting too much shadow making the gold look weird. Not to mention I made it look too orange, but I made it consistent across the whole suit. I also didn't forget his respirator, which in my opinion, I don't think he should have, because I think in the Dark Hero arc, it represents his self-sacrifice, false bravery, and stubbornness not to let his friends help, and when it came off, it represented him finally opening up and letting his friends help him. But whatever. And that's how I got 1,000 upvotes for it on Reddit. Made it the #1 thing that comes up when you search Deku's suit Zeta, and most variations of that search, and pretty much the temporary general consensus of what this new suit looks like. So yes, I am very involved with the suit. I also made an easier on the eyes version with the original colors I gave it. There's a lot going on here, even the Reddit comments agreed. But honestly, I've been freaking out so much over this suit, and now I kind of like it. Sure, there's so much going on, but I think that's the point. So I started coloring the manga with these new colors, and it looks pretty good. I started getting so used to seeing these colors, I even went back and fixed the other ones I did. Though I will say whenever I read the manga, I still can't really imagine these colors without having to color them myself. It's kind of why I color them in the first place. Alright, the cover for volume 37 leaked. Is that Deku? Alright, I'm excited. Let's check this out.
Oh my.
Before I go on, I want to say I actually adore this cover. Even though it's spoilers to the max capacity, it's cool to see Deku hold Bakugo's heartless, knocked out, being revived body. But bro, these colors! Let's go green, gold, and then those knee pads. I'll get to you last, Bluey. Dark green, almost black. Okay, I guess. But that is way too saturated. I don't mind it that much. It is a stylized manga cover. But this gold. This is not gold. This is orange. I can't really tell how close it is with the rest of the gold on the suit, but it definitely looks too orange, and I feel like the gold would be shiny. It was in this chapter cover, and it is on his right sleeve, so why not? Gold doesn't have to be metallic, but doesn't it just look better when it is? Even if it isn't metal, it's still so much more yellow than this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this suit is making me like yellow. I tried to fix it with some color alterations, but my post got taken down because no one noticed the difference. But these two colors honestly make Deku look stupid. I don't know why. And now, these stupid blue knee pads. Horikoshi, what are you doing? Remember when I said there was too much going on with the first suit in the first place? Well, add a whole new color to the suit and the problem just becomes 100 times worse. Not only does this just look flat out ugly, but it completely off balances the color palette. Now there's so much going on at once, just looking at this suit. The blue knee pads are extremely jarring, sticking out like a sore thumb, while the red actually blended with the rest of the suit. Can we mention that this official art actually had it as red? The inconsistency. I don't know if Horikoshi even knows what he's doing with this suit. This change to blue is almost insulting. The only reason I can think of why it's changed is not to let the red knee pad blend in with the rest of the red on the color. But there's blood, there's Deku's shoes, his mid-gauntlets, and now people are actually going with it. We need to stand up to this. We're making a new hashtag, Justice for Red Knee Pads. Tweet it out. Post it. Text your mom this. Now that we know the history, we can now look at it overall. The blue knee pads are such a bold change, while there are teensy tiny changes along the way that just annoy me. The dark green has been pretty consistent, less saturated here, and most black here, like it's described, but the volume color probably brightened it for a stylistic choice. But the gold, here's where things get crazy. Let's look at the All for One cover. The gold here and the gold here are the same, right? We can agree on that. Orange is shiny, orange is shiny. We can also confirm it's gold instead of yellow, because we can infer the other gold in the My Hero Academia universe is used with this mustard-ish color in the anime, with Aizawa's goggles, Shigaraki's hands, and Ayama's shiny suit. We can compare these colors to Deku's Air Force, which have two different yellows for some reason. Now the thing is, in every coloration of this suit, they are different colors. First of all, the reason I'm going over this is because I'm worried about how this will look in the anime. I just don't want it to look dumb and messy with a lot going on. But in every other coloration of the suit, the usual gold and the gold on the new suit are two different colors. Chapter 348 cover. These are the usual yellow, but the stripes are this dark orange beige. I guess it's cast in shadow. It's way different from the ones on the Air Force gloves. Volume 35 cover, two different colors, and obviously Volume 37. They kind of get close to where they almost look the same, but it's just the lighting. Now, I think Bones has two options here. They go mustard or they go orange. I think the most probable one is they go orange, because honestly the usual gold used on Deku's suit is kind of ugly when it's on its own. It's used very sparingly in the original suit, and I can definitely see why. But the thing is, if they go orange, yes, it's accurate to the manga, but that doesn't mean it's good. This orange just looks looks goofy, to be honest. Now there are two other options. Option 3 is that they literally do what I just do and change all of the gold on the suit to be consistent, applying to both worlds, making it a bit more orange to be more similar to the manga and less of an ugly mustard, but not too orange where it looks like a construction worker. But the thing is, they'd never do this because that would mess up the usual gold consistency across the past 6 seasons. That would just be dumb. And that leads to option 4, a compromise. This compromise is that they're just slightly different colors, which isn't uncommon with Deku. Just look at these two reds and these two blues, and hell, even the gold on the Air Force gloves are actually different. Bones can make it in the middle between orange and yellow, to not make it jarring, but at the same time, be different from the gold already on the suit. Hell, the green on the suit is already different, and I already accepted that, so why not? Okay, we're finally done. I'll be honest, being confused about the suit has made me love it. Seeing the canon anime colors in the next year or two will honestly be a turning point in my life, and all I pray for is that it doesn't look stupid. I mean, this is the suit Deku is fighting his biggest battle in, and he'll have his biggest moments in. I always thought it was funny to have a hyperfixation on such little details in a suit that isn't out yet, but it's been so fun. I can't wait to get frustrated again with the next art that comes out.
Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion